right, I'd like to go ahead and call to order the meeting for July 21st, 2025, for the Richland County Recreation Commission. So the first item is for us to adopt the agenda for tonight. So can I get a motion to adopt the agenda?
I make a motion to adopt the agenda. Second.
Commissioner Anderson?
Yes.
Commissioner Christensen?
Yes.
Commissioner Jacobs?
Yes.
Commissioner Lapine?
Yes.
Commissioner Lindsey?
Yes.
Commissioner Mobley?
Yes.
Commissioner Alton Brown?
Yes.
Motion approved.
All right, next item is minutes. Can we have a motion to approve the minutes from the June 16th, 2025 regular board meeting and the June 30th, 2025 special called board meeting?
I make a motion to accept the June 16th, 2025 regular board meeting and June 30th meeting, 2025 special call board meeting.
Commissioner Lindsey, can I get you to repeat it and say approve the minutes, please?
Sure. I make a motion to approve the minutes for June 16th, 2025 regular board meeting and June 30th, 2025 special call board meeting.
Second.
Commissioner Anderson?
Yes.
Commissioner Christensen?
Yes.
Commissioner Jacobs?
Yes.
Commissioner Lapine?
Yeah.
Commissioner Lindsey?
Yes.
Commissioner Mobley?
Yes.
Commissioner Alton Brown?
Yes.
Motion approved.
All right, I was gonna ask you if we have any public input tonight.
Yes, we do have one for public input tonight. We ask that when your name is called, please come to the podium. You will be given 2 minutes to speak, and there will be a timer to notify you that your time has ended. We have Mr. Tripp Roach.
Good evening. How are y'all?
Good.
How are you?
Good. Well, my name is Tripp Roach. I'm the founder of Carolina Pong here in Columbia, a fast-growing table tennis club based right here in Richland County through your recreation department. First, I want to thank the opportunity for allowing me to speak again. I came before you once already requesting the consideration of 2 venue dates, October 4th and December 6th at St. Andrews Park. And I understand today is the day that y'all are voting on it. And I'm here to reaffirm how much this opportunity would mean for us and the community we're trying to build here. At our last tournament on May 10th, 2025, we welcomed over 70 players to St. Andrews Park. What's especially exciting about that is 68% of those came from out of state, and many of them stayed overnight in local hotels, dined at restaurants, and brought their families. That kind of turnout doesn't just help us as a club, it helps provide real economic value to Richland County. We're not just growing a table tennis club, we're building something that brings people together, draws visitors to Columbia, and showcases what our recreation department can offer. With these 2 dates approved, we'll be able to reinvest our small profits directly into equipment, better playing conditions, and outreach efforts to get more local residents involved, especially the youth. Your support would not only help us continue hosting high-quality tournaments, but also demonstrate that Richland County believes in fostering youth recreation, health, economic activity, and all through the power of sport. Thank you again for your time and consideration, and I'd be happy to answer any questions if y'all have any.
Any questions, commissioners?
Cards, how you feel about it?
We'll talk about this.
So y'all the policy.
Yeah, we're gonna have to talk about the policy when we get to that point. Under new business.
Right.
Or other business, I don't know which one.
Thank you.
Yeah, under new business, we'll bring it up. All right. Thank you, Tripp. Okay, any other?
No, that is it for tonight.
Thank you. Ryan, good to have you back from vacation.
Happy to be here.
All right.
All right. Good evening, Chair Lapine, members of the Commission Board. I'd like to begin tonight by providing you with an update on the General Enterprise Fund financials for the period July 1, 2024 through June 30, 2025. Total revenues for the general fund for the 12-month period were 27 million. This was comprised of a 5.1 million direct allocation from the state for a planned facility purchase, that being the new wellness center. The remaining 21.8 million was derived from administrative and program operating revenues. Compared to 19.1 million in revenues this time last year, that represents an increase of approximately 2.8 million or 14.7%. The bulk of this increase comes from the county's property tax allocation. Our total allocation did increase from last fiscal year, as we received a $1.8 million adjustment. It was a one-time adjustment. However, we also saw an increase in grant revenues as we received funding for the Hopkins Pool and playground projects in the first half of this fiscal year. Additionally, program revenues have increased from this time last year. Program revenues for the 12-month period were 1.2 million compared to 954,000 this time last year. Represents approximately $264,000 increase in revenues, or 27.7%. Athletics and rec programming revenue, as well as youth camp revenue, were the largest driver for the increase, as volume was up from the prior year. This shows tremendous growth, and it really is a result of the efforts, put forth by the recreation department. General fund expenditures for this period were 20.6 million compared to 18.2 million. That represents approximately 13% increase, or $2.4 million. The biggest driver for the increase would be salaries and fringe, for a few reasons. Longevity payment was reinstated this year. We also had COLA increases, and then increased seasonal hires to meet volume increases. We also had filled vacancies that all contributed to the increase from the beginning of fiscal year 24. Capital improvement expenditures increased fairly significantly. That was largely due to the 1.8 million in one-time funding that we received from the county. Those funds were directly invested into improving infrastructure across the county. That includes the Hopkins Pool and pool building projects, parking lot projects at Kaufman Road, Meadow Lake Park, Park Lane, Adult Activity Center, and Killian, as well as the demolition replacement of playground systems at Hopkins and Bluff Road. Next slide. Linrick revenues for the current period were 1.24 million compared to 1.2 million this time last year. Represents approximately $41.5 thousand increase, or 3.5%. All sources of enterprise revenue, to include green, range, and cart fees, as well as pro shop revenues, were up from the prior year, as we did see an increase in volume of sales from last year. Enterprise fund expenditures for this period were 1.1 million compared to 1.1 million this time last year. We only saw about a 2% increase, or $22.3 thousand. Operating expenses in general have increased some due to volume increases from the prior year. And then next slide. For the Wellness Center, revenues for the current period were 1.24 million through June 30. This includes an $888,000 allocation, one-time funds received from the state. We received funding due to RCWC at closing in the amount of $63,000. The remaining funding came from patrons and membership revenues. Finally, the Wellness Center expenditures for this period were 667,000 through June 30. The bulk of these expenses were comprised of capital improvement projects completed shortly after RCRC took ownership, chiefly the pool renovation and the fire panel replacement, as well as salaries and fringe costs. Are there any questions?
So, just for fellow board members, this is we'll be starting the next, when we get ours in September, the next time we all meet together. To go over this, we'll be looking at the 25, 26.
That's
number,
correct.
Correct? And so,
Yeah, this is essentially the last
Right,
report
right.
for this fiscal year that we just finished.
so I think it's really nice to see that we came up from 953,000 from the year before up to 1,000,002, which is obviously over 200,000, $50,000 an increase just in programming revenue. Why did we budget so high though? Like for the 1,000,006 number, just curious.
I can tell you exactly where we may have fallen short. It does look like we fell somewhat short in the youth camp revenue category. With that said, we did increase from prior year actuals. So
No, I mean, it's obvious that there's a
Yeah.
huge increase.
yeah, youth camp revenue prior year we had achieved, so these are actual figures, $251,000 of revenue. This past year that we just finished, we achieved $345,000 in revenue. So it's almost $100,000 increase. We did fall short of our target. That was I would say probably the main area, as well as parks and rental revenue.
But then,
We shot a bit high.
but all the camp revenue's not in yet though either, right?
That is true. So these
So-
figures do not include end of year adjustments that may be made, and they aren't audited figures either. So there probably will be some true up adjustments.
It'd be good to see True up there because, I think that it's misleading to me on your program revenue because you're gonna get a pop, I would assume, in that category in August, because like I said, your camps are coming in and you probably, you know what I'm saying, you
That-
probably accounted for it here, so I just don't want that to reflect poorly upon anybody because, like I said, that's a 25% increase in revenue from the prior year, so that's pretty strong.
Yeah. You're exactly right. The summer revenue does typically span 2 fiscal years. We
And it was
begin the
just
summer.
July 1st.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yes, you are right in that we will see the second half of this summer's revenue in the new fiscal
I
year.
don't know how we can counteract that next year, but anyway, and then, I guess moving forward, how many memberships do we have at the,
The Wellness Center.
roughly at the wellness center?
They 1,012.
1,000, so.
1,012.
That's pretty strong.
Yep.
Congratulations.
That is up. When we took ownership, it was just under 800.
250.
Is that correct? Just under 800.
Yeah, as I say, it's up 220
So-
people.
About a 25%
Units,
increase.
Whatever you call it, yeah.
Yep. Very strong showing.
All right, well, that'd be good to see all those numbers put in and then, that's all I have on this. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Bill?
Thanks.
All right. Okay, no unfinished business. So we're gonna talk about new business. So let's do that. Give me 1 second to pull up that form. All right, so the first request for waiver of facility fees for Carolina, I assume it's Pong Table Tennis Club or Ping Pong Table Club, but it says Pong. Motion to approve or deny the request of the waiver. So I assume Taurus, you're gonna talk about this?
You just you can see the videos. Just go ahead with that.
Do you wanna talk about
Yeah,
this?
it's a policy. If you, accept fees for using the event, policy states that you don't get a fee waiver, but I mean, that's policy, but you guys are the ones that override the policy. So if you wanna waive the fees, that's a board decision, not a my decision.
Okay, so I want to get it all out on the table here because I'm a little bit, like I said, I've been out of town for 2 weeks and haven't had a chance to review a lot of this, but the point is that the ping pong club is requesting for fees to be waived. And is it my understanding that they'll be charging fees, which is against our policy? I'm just asking that. Say it out loud.
They charge it. You guys are charging for the games, correct?
We were charging the entry fee to participate.
Okay.
Charging.
Yeah, you said
Yes,
the
sir.
money.
So that's against our policy?
It's not against our policy for them to sell money. Normally, person, if
Right.
I rent the facility, I can collect money at the door. So therefore,
So I just want to be clear.
yeah, but if they're asking to waive the fees because they want to use their proceeds for cash prizes, I believe. So. Ms. Reeves, is that correct? Is that correct?
Say it out. Yeah, after we start, you can ask them. Okay. You can ask them questions. So please do. There's only help on this. So please just ask a question.
Ms. Reeves explained.
Okay, thank you. Hey, Connie.
Hi, good afternoon, board. So if you request a waiver of fees, with the policy, the board does have the right to approve, but if you're charging at the event, we don't waive fees because nothing is coming back to Richland County Recreation. So if you ask for a waiver of fees, then basically you're not charging. But if you're gonna charge, you have to be a 501c3 or nonprofit, and the board has to approve for you to charge at those events.
Please ask the question.
Do you have a 501(c)(3) a C3 policy?
We're not a 501c3, but we operate as a not-for-profit entity, meaning all of the funds go back into the account.
Okay. Any questions?
No, this particular, y'all charge every time you do an event?
Not necessarily, so we meet on Sundays, we meet on Mondays, which is right now, we have a weeknight. And it's set up through a
That's at St. Andrew.
St. Andrews.
Y'all pay for the rental for St. Andrews.
Not on Mondays, it's, what is the program, it's,
He's actually an instructor for us, so it's
Okay.
a 75-25 split.
Gotcha.
So he gets 75, we get 25.
Gotcha.
But this is what he's asking for is a special event. This has nothing to do with, St. Andrews getting anything off of that, what they're having.
and then the Saturday, we have open play from 9 AM to noon, and that's free to play.
Perfect. But I gotta be honest with you, I've done this for 6.5, 7 years and Donzetta's been, Commissioner Lindsay's been with me for that long too, and I don't remember, and I'd love to give you, free use of our facility, but I don't remember us ever approving. James, do you remember when we've ever given away any facility fees? When you're not a 501c3, I know you're not for profit, but I think that our policy says 501c3, but also when, you're gonna be giving away cash prizes that you collect at the event without paying us some sort of facility fees to run the project. I don't remember ever doing that, and I'm happy to discuss it, but I wish staff or somebody could tell me if I'm right or wrong about that. Yeah.
If we get into
Instructions.
waiving fees for someone that is not a 501c3, and then we're not benefit from it, other facilities will come, and that's gonna open a can of worms for us that I don't think we want to do. So we need to consider that.
I agree. You might want to defer and then talk about it later.
Yeah, we can defer it. We can defer it, till, well, hold on a second, but we don't, the problem is we don't meet until September 21st. So deferral doesn't probably help.
October 4th in December.
Policy is clear.
Okay,
Let's move on. The policy is clear. We looking right at the policy. They asking us to break our policy. You're not gonna do that. Come on, man.
yeah, I'm gonna ask, yeah. Well, I was gonna say if, does anybody want to bring a motion? I guess we have to bring a motion to approve or deny the request of waiver. So can somebody break that motion, please? You gotta make the motion and then we can do whatever.
I make a motion that we do not approve waiver of the facility, the ping pong, what is it, table ping pong?
Facility fees for Carolina Pong Table Tennis Club
Yeah.
for their October tournament.
Second,
Commissioner Anderson,
Yes.
Commissioner Christensen,
Yes.
Commissioner Jacobs,
yes.
Commissioner Lapine,
Yes.
Commissioner Lindsey,
Yes.
Commissioner Mobley,
Yes.
Commissioner Alton Brown.
Yes.
Motion approved.
So we love what you do at the St. Andrews,
Mhm.
but I think that if you get with Connie and can figure out a way, that you can pay for it, just like, it would be, then that's what we need to do for the future. Okay, sorry, thank you. We have the 24-25 annual report.
Good evening, Chair Lapine and Commissioners.
Good evening.
Good evening. You all, the executive leadership team is delighted to present to you our annual plan for the fiscal year 24-25. The report has been provided to you in your board packet. Do you all have a copy? Perfect. The full report has been placed on our website for the community to review as well. I won't read through all of the pages, but it is some pretty impressive work in the report. This year's annual report is a testament to the organization's strong leadership, transparency, and commitment to impact. The clarity of the financials and storytelling around our programs, truly reflect the progress that we've made. I did want to take this moment to highlight some of our key results. Our team, under the direction of Executive Director Lewis, has done some extraordinary and impressive work over the year. We're excited about the return of the report, in which is evidence that we serve over 425,000 Richland County residents. The first few pages of the report highlight our facilities, the board, and also our executive leadership team. None of the work would be possible without many hands. So we say thank you to all of the RCRC team members who work tirelessly to uphold the goals and mission of this agency. So I'd like for you to take a look on page 5. We highlight the fiscal year 24-25 financial information. We're especially proud how this report clearly demonstrates our financial health. The numbers reflect a strong stewardship and responsible budgeting. It also reinforces donor and other stakeholder confidence in what we do. Page 6 and 7 show our community and how we continue to impact, or how we continue to connect, I should say, our activities back to our mission, enriching lives. It's more than just numbers. It definitely tells our story of impact and why the work that we do matters. From health and wellness, social equity, conservation, athletics to aquatics, this report represents a full year of progress and pride. On page 11, we highlight community impact. It's inspiring to see how all of our parks and programs continue to serve as essential spaces for health, connection, and inclusion. The report does a fantastic job showing how we meet the diverse community needs. It's important to note the reopening of all 9 community centers under the direction of our park team members. Some of the board may remember that some of our community centers were closed in 2020. We're proud to say that all 9 are fully open with programming. Digital connection to our community is key. Our social media strategy has strengthened, and you can see that it shows in our reach and connection with the communities that we serve. We've included social media numbers inside of the report as well. On page 14, we recognize our volunteers and our students. We've celebrated all year the dedicated staff, volunteers, and partners who make all of this possible. Their hard work behind the scenes shines through every accomplishment that you see in the report. I'm especially proud of the department's effort towards equity and inclusion, expanding access to safe, quality recreational spaces for all residents is a priority. Our renovations, our repairs, our upgrades, they're all listed on page 15. The changes are large scale and they document our progress on capital projects. The investments in our infrastructure will benefit future generations. The report highlights the strength of our programming, from youth sports to senior wellness to cultural events. Seeing participation numbers grow year over year is a testament to staff innovation, but most importantly, community trust. We saw an increase in our rental revenue. We generated over $330,000 from the rental revenue category. Also included on page 20 and 21, you have highlights from our foundation, which is critical and vital to our agency's success. So in total, again, we're just excited. We're proud of the progress that we made. We also in the report talk about future planning. We're proud of what we've done, but we're also proud of where we're headed. The goals for next year are ambitious, but they're aligned with our mission, our vision, our goal, passion, purpose parks. So on behalf of the entire team, we'd like to thank the commission for supporting our work and looking forward to bigger and better in the next year. Thank you.
You did this?
No, sir, I did not. This was a whole team effort.
Y'all got a good team, man.
Yes, I
This is
did.
a good team.
Yes, a whole team effort. Our leaders provided data.
I like it.
I do want to point out that this was an in-house job. We did not outsource this, meaning our community relations staff worked together, and a special shout out to Leslie, who worked hard to put all of our data together to do this. But again, this is a team effort, and we will see this in the coming years. We do need this information as we have applied, as you all know, for CAPA recertification. So this is important for the community to see what we do with taxpayer dollars, but just for everyone to see what we do. Well, I think we applaud you for this. Thank you. This is the methods of being transparent to the community, and that's something we need more of. So the community will know exactly what we're doing here at Parks and Recreation. Sure. Yes, ma'am.
I'm all about leadership. And that's one of my big things. You know, leadership reflects on everybody that's in here. And you guys I can honestly say, since we've been here, I've seen such a great turn, a great dynamic turn in events over the last year since cars have been placed in position. And you guys, man, I couldn't be more proud, man. Y'all doing a wonderful job. Keep up the good work.
I want to echo what my fellow commissioner said, because y'all are spot on. And I mean, I think that, I don't know if there's a bullet point in here about Taurus, about how you all as a staff improved our relationship with the county council and all the different, members of the delegation. I think we made great strides this year. But that being said, Yeah, this is one of the best pieces in the 7 years I've been around I've ever seen. And like, this is the kind of canned piece that you can take around when you go see the county council, or you go see house members and you're trying to get money. You can take this and, you know, whether certain things have to come in or out, but this is great. Like,
Yes.
it's almost like this should be celebrated in a better format than we are today. In other words, like if we're gonna have a dinner when we're doing a player of the year,
Mhm.
maybe it can be a State of the Union, or maybe we have something with the county council and delegation that we put on an event. And if they want to show up, it'd be a nice function, and Taurus and you can, you know, read this report, but this is tremendous and it needs to be celebrated. And it is, and all the years I've been on this board, this is one of the nicest pieces I've seen. And I mean, obviously I haven't gotten through much of it except what you highlighted,
Mm,
but it's awesome. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Definitely a team effort. We're proud.
Go Taurus.
Definitely staff.
When we first came here, I was at but you know, actions speak louder than words, man. You show the actions, I didn't get that.
We have a section of staff that do a great job every day. They awesome.
Yeah, I gotta get.
True leaders, giving all the credit.
Attitude
to everybody.
reflects
That's right.
leadership though. Right.
Yes.
They gonna only follow the type of leader that's put before them.
Exactly.
So you're living that example. And even if they leave here and go their own way, I guarantee they will take some of your leadership skills along with them.
I hope all of them.
Congratulations, Brittany. Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much, and Taurus and
Hold your
staff.
chest up, Taurus, and
Yeah,
smile.
come on, take it.
Say everybody.
Hey, you know, also,
All the people back there.
I think it's great to give it up to the staff, but I also remember a quote about leadership, like you're talking about, Chris. And so when people give you a compliment and tell you how good job, you say, thank you. And, you know, because you deserve it.
That's
And everybody does. I mean, I know that the staff worked really hard on this, so.
Thank
All right, but I think that's why I'm saying we all need to be celebrated here, you know?
Mhm.
So. All right, so. So we have to make a motion, no, we don't have to do anything with that. That was just an annual report attachment, so we're done with that. Thank you very much. All right,
Good evening, board. Before you, we've given you a revision to our league and community background check policy, policy 5045. This policy was last revised in 2013. So it's a little overdue. I'm going to go through a few of the things that we've changed in this policy. It's not a complete overhaul of the policy. We've just updated it and added a couple new parts to keep up with the times. The first thing we did was we removed all the mentions of cost and certain companies that were in the original policy so that we can adjust our prices for background checks as the price has gone up. In the original policy, it was $10 a check. Those prices are now $18.50. So this is removing all prices from that just so that we can raise our prices or keep up with what background check companies are charging us. The second thing we changed in there, in the original policy, we were requiring a 3-week lead time for coaches. And that's just unrealistic for youth athletics. I've been in it for 12 years now. Sometimes we're a week out and we're still looking for coaches. So we've revised that down to 5 days. Important to note in that is that we still will not allow a coach on the field or to participate as a coach until their background check is cleared and they passed our policy. But we're revising that date to make it more realistic for our community leagues and for our own programs to follow. The one thing we have added to this policy is an appeal process for our coaches. So coaches who are disqualified based on our criteria, they do have a right to appeal that decision. Where Mr. Lewis would set up a meeting with the athletic staff, we would hear the coach's appeal and make a decision. I brought this over from my previous job. This was one of our procedures and policies where I used to work. It's a great process because you can learn a lot from a person sitting down with them other than what's just on a background check report. We have had instances in my previous employment where we've let a coach who would be disqualified coach just because of the circumstances of the charges or what was going on. So it does allow us a little bit of leeway to make decisions based on who's applying to be a coach for us. The fourth thing that the disqualifiers are all the same from our original policy. The one thing we have added in there is that it does give us the ability to disqualify a coach if we feel that they do not have integrity or meet what we're looking for as a coach within our program. In our background disqualifiers, 10 years ago, you could have 5 or 6 misdemeanor DUIs. Right? By our policy, you would be qualified to coach. Is that somebody that we want in our program? That's something that we would look at on a case by case basis. But this does give us the ability to say, I'm going to disqualify this coach based on the integrity that we see on paper. Again, they would have the appeal process where they could come in and meet with us and we could make a decision on that person then. And then those are the 4 main changes in the policy. And, you know, we still want to drive home that safety is our #1 priority with our kids. That's what we've built the athletics department on, is keeping our kids safe and letting them have a good time.
I believe this is a well-written
Yes.
policy and to protect our children, and we definitely need this for a CAPA approval. So I'd like to make a motion that we accept it. Policy number
I second.
5045.
Okay, is there any more commentary on it before we go through? That's okay, all right, so.
I do got a question.
Yes, sir.
What's the question?
No, he's asking.
I'm looking at these misdemeanors, right?
Yes, sir.
So I see where it says 2 or more drug or alcohol related offenses, including DUI, simple drug possession. So if they commit, I guess, 2 offenses, then y'all disqualify them?
Yes, sir.
Okay, but
That is
before
correct.
that, they won't be disqualified?
Correct. Yeah, let's just say Coach A had a DUI arrest 2 years ago.
Mhm.
By our policy, he would be qualified.
Okay.
Now, if he had 2, he would be disqualified.
Within 3 years?
Within 3 years, yes, sir.
Okay.
And after that, you guys will decide whether it's a good fit or not.
That is correct.
That's all under the CAPRA guidelines, yes.
The reason why I asked is because, as you may know,
Mhm.
you watch television, you see a lot of dignitaries in the state that have DUIs quite often.
Yes.
And so what I don't want to do, and this is just me talking in general, you know what I'm saying? I ain't drinking and driving, none of that. But what I don't want to do is penalize a person that may be a good person that made a mistake.
That's why we put the appeal process.
That's why I asked, but I appreciate it.
For my previous employment, 10 years, I've sat in probably 60 or 70 appeal processes with coaches.
Right,
And heard their story,
right.
saw the court documentation, letters and so forth from supporters of certain coaches.
Gotcha.
And we can make decisions on those coaches.
I appreciate
It
it.
wouldn't be a sole I wouldn't make the sole decision. Mr. Lewis would appoint
Right,
a committee, but I've seen it work and
Right.
it's an effective policy to
right.
address your concern.
Nothing wrong with the policy. I just needed clarity. I appreciate it.
So my question, okay, they have 2 DUIs. I'm looking at, 2 or more. So two of the same incident.
Mhm.
We still are gonna allow them to?
No, sir,
Okay,
not within 3 years.
gotcha,
If Coach A has a DUI last year and 2 years ago, he would be disqualified.
gotcha, okay.
Coaches can coach drunk.
No, sir.
They can coach drunk. I've been around plenty of them coaching drunk.
We're trying to get that out of our programs.
Ain't right.
I see them coach
If-
drunk.
If you see that, please let us know.
Now, I don't see that now, but I'm talking when I was out there coaching, because I coached in the league around here for many years. And I seen a lot of them drunk coaching, but they were good coaches. They coached their best when they were drunk.
I don't want to know that, sir.
We're gonna do that now, though,
All right, so we had a first and a second, so I guess we need somebody to call for the vote.
Yes.
Okay, I would like for us to make a call for the vote. in regards to the youth sports background screening policy 5045.
And just to be clear, who seconded it? I know Don said it.
Alton
I did.
Brown,
Okay,
May
all right.
first.
That's what I said, yeah.
Commissioner Anderson,
Yes.
Commissioner Christensen,
There you go.
Commissioner Christensen, Commissioner Jacobs,
Yes.
Commissioner Lapine,
Yes.
Commissioner Lindsey, Commissioner Mobley,
Yes.
Commissioner Alton Brown.
Yes.
Motion approved.
All right, next one is, thank you, Barry. Next one is acceptable use policy, 10011. Oh,
Versus.
sorry, I made a mistake. Delete policy 10010, computer usage policy. So we need a motion to delete the policy. You're gonna explain it?
Yes, sir. Commissioners, again, the policy 10010 is a computer system usage. That policy was last revised in 2013 as well. So we are requesting that that policy be deleted. And the reason for that deletion is it's dated. The information in the policy is outdated. And then we're presenting to you 4 new policies that would replace the one that I'm asking you to delete. Again, a lot of the information is from 2013. Things have changed. And so we need to create new policies that will protect us and the 4 new policies are as follows. So the first motion that you would make would be to delete, if you so decided, was to delete policy 10010. Once you deleted that policy, then what I would ask you to do would be to approve 4 new policies to address important issues in the commission. The first policy is the acceptable use policy. You have that policy presented to you, but that ultimately says what we can and can't do with our computers, our networks, our emails, our internet access, and also our software. It just means that we plan to be good stewards and do not do anything that would be inappropriate. The second policy that I'm asking you to approve is the incident response. That's a separate policy that would be related to any incidents that happen with our network. And we know we've already experienced that this past July. We experienced that network incident and we did not have a network incident policy. So the proposal is to to create a new policy. These are all new policies. So the incident response policy, it defines what we do, what the protocol would be in the event of a network event, a security event that would affect our network. The third policy is the network security policy. And so what that policy defines is the standards and procedures that we're going to use for managing our information network, how we manage sensitive information, how we protect the agency from unauthorized use, hackers, and so on. The fourth policy that I'm requesting is a data security policy. That policy is going to establish the protocols, how we're going to handle our own data. Now, that's just physical data, data in our office, but it's also the data on our computers. So the digital data and how we're going to do that. What happens if we have a breach? What do we do? And so these 4 policies cover enough information that the policy dated from 2013 is just not needed at this time. Again, this was a team effort. We have Rusty Painter, who's in the back there, our IT manager, who joined us after our breach and was aware of the gaps that we had as far as security. So physical security has been shored up after the breach. And now we're presenting to you the policies that we need your help with.
All right, so I guess before we bring up might be simpler if there's any questions, just to do that now. And then we can bring up the policies. Any questions? All right, so the first thing I need is a motion for the delete policy, to delete policy 10010, computer usage policy. We need to take action on that.
I make a motion that we delete policy 10010 in reference to computer usage.
A second.
Commissioner Anderson,
Yes.
Commissioner Christensen,
Yes.
Commissioner Jacobs,
Yes.
Commissioner Lapine.
Yes.
Commissioner Lindsey,
Yes.
Commissioner Mobley,
Yes.
Commissioner Allen Brown.
Yes.
Motion approved.
Okay, so the next item would be acceptable use policy 1011. Can I get a motion for that, please?
I'd like to make a motion that we approve the acceptable use policy number 10011.
Second.
Commissioner Anderson.
Yes.
Commissioner Christensen,
Yes.
Commissioner Jacobs,
Yes.
Commissioner Lapine,
Yes.
Commissioner Lindsey,
Yes.
Commissioner Mobley,
Yes.
Commissioner Allen Brown.
Yes.
Motion approved.
All right, thank you. Next one would be incident response policy number 10012. Can I get a motion for that? Donzetta?
I make a motion that we accept policy 10012.
Commissioner Lindsey, can you say approve, please?
I make a motion that we approve the incident response policy number 10012. Information technology.
Second.
Commissioner Anderson.
Yes.
Commissioner Christensen,
Yes.
Commissioner Jacobs,
Yes.
Commissioner Lapine,
Yes.
Commissioner Lindsey,
Yes.
Commissioner Mobley,
Yes.
Commissioner Allen Brown.
Yes.
Motion approved.
The next policy to approve would be, or motion to approve would be for network security policy number 10013. Chris, can you make that
Make a
motion?
motion that we approve the network security policy 10013.
Do we have a second?
A second.
Commissioner Anderson,
Yes.
Commissioner Christensen,
Yes.
Commissioner Jacobs,
Yes.
Commissioner Lapine,
Yes.
Commissioner Lindsey,
Yes.
Commissioner Mobley,
Yes.
Commissioner Allen Brown.
Yes.
Motion approved.
All right, fifth policy to approve here is the data security policy number 10014. James, can you take care of that, please?
I'd like to make a motion that we approve the data security policy, 10014.
Second.
Commissioner Anderson,
Yes.
Commissioner Christensen,
Yes.
Commissioner Jacobs,
Yes.
Commissioner Lapine,
Yes.
Commissioner Mobley,
Yes.
Commissioner Allen Brown.
Yes.
Motion approved.
Thank you.
That's a lot of policies.
Good job.
Thank you, everybody. Good job, everybody.
Good job.
All right, so next thing is we're gonna go to other business. We've got Taurus, as you're walking up, I've got to read something that I received an email on that I want to say out in public, and then Kevin, you'll do the relations report. But with that said, I received an email. It looks like it came in last Friday when I was out of town, but this came in from Allison McMichael, and she had asked that we consider this. So I'm going to read this to our board, and then we can discuss this now or later. To Richland County Chairman and board members, I would like to request a portrait of Mr. Johnny Stevens, my father, to be hung in the Killian Community Gymnasium Park. Mr. Stevens was the last surviving member in the Killian community until he transitioned at the age of 103. Mr. Stevens was a father figure to everyone in the community. Killian community was a family-based community. I would say about 50 to 60 years ago, whereas everyone knew each other. Mr. Stevens would donate food, money, clothing, and even shelter to ones in need. Just to give you a little summary and why, I would like my father's portrait to be hung in the Killian Gymnasium Park. Please consider my request. It would mean a great deal to his family and everyone else in the community. For any additional information or questions, please feel free to contact me, Allison McMichael, and then she's left her phone number here. So, this is, like I said, I've been using this saying tonight, in the 6 years or 7 years I've been up here, this is the first request like that, not to say that this isn't a good request. I just think it needs some discussion, from the staff, and tell us maybe at the next meeting in September what you think. And then, review it, maybe talk to Ms. McMichael, and then give us your opinion on it as an agenda item. That makes sense.
Yeah, we can do it.
All right, thank you.
All right, good afternoon, board. For our project update, Blackfoot Park, last week, we had our grand opening, for the pickleball courts. We had a lot of dignitaries that showed up, council members to, senators as well. Blackfoot Town Mayor and their council members there. Also special, thank you to Commissioner Jacobs, Lindsay and Alton Brown for being present. And a special thank you to all our hard staff that worked diligently to ensure that, these courts was transformed from tennis courts to pickleball courts. And, we got a lot of media attention as well on the news, so want to say great job to our staff for ensuring that this project was taken care of. Next, Denny Terrace, as you can see here, we're still kind of going through the transformation with that. We're hoping in the next couple of weeks, we'll be ready to do a grand opening for that court. We were still waiting on some, but the contractor was still waiting on some material to be delivered that was kind of stuck, at the ports due to some tariff stuff, so Mr. Cooper has diligently been working with the contractor to ensure that we could get this stuff in, so we could get those courts opened up as well. But as of right now, Blythewood is really being used when I'm hearing, they're truly enjoying the courts up there, and I'm sure it'll be the same thing at Denny Terrace once those courts are open in a couple of weeks. Over at Meadow Lake Park, as you can see here, we had to repair a drain over there that was causing some flooding and a lot of heavy water in the parking lot and around the facility. Mr. Cooper met with some engineers out there, and we was able to get this fixed. The drainage was re-dragged and regraded, and as you see now, when it rained, heavy rain we've been there the last couple of weeks, it's draining into the drain. It's not sitting in the parking lot. It's not saturating the grass and around the area, so it's also making it safe for our patrons when they come to the facility. Trenton Park, cool. We had to replace a 88 lift over there. We had a patron that wanted to use it, and we realized that it was no longer working properly. Once we was notified by aquatics manager, Mr. Cooper, and Mr. Belleville, we got together and we was able to meet with Clearwater to get over there and get a new lift in as soon as possible. So we spent, I think, $6,000 or $7,000 last week to get this lift in and get it installed. So now anybody with a disability can use the swimming pool over in Trenton. Crane Creek at the maintenance shop. As you can see here, prior to me getting here, this trailer was being rented for $1,500 to $2,000 a month or something like that for the last 6 or 7 years, which was a waste of money, if you ask me. So Mr. Cooper and myself decided to have that trailer removed. We got a great carpentry on staff, Mr. Craig Everett, and he and a couple of staff they have built these offices in-house, the maintenance shop. They've also added restrooms. So now that's about $25,000 a year that we saving for not having to rent a trailer for our staff to go in and do time cards and stuff like that. So we were just trying to be good stewards of taxpayer dollars and find a way to be a little bit more productive with our staff. Agency updates, and Mr. Crawford may speak on this as well, but a lot of you attended the Rhythm in the Park on Friday, June 20th. I want to give special thanks to Mr. Jacobs, Lapine, Lindsay, Anderson, and Alton Brown for coming out to the concert. Community relations staff did an excellent job with that concert. Based on the feedback I got, we had 446 attendees at the concert. 92 of those people came from Charlotte, and there's a couple more places throughout the state, Georgia, different places like that as well. So Ms. Latoya Watkins, I think she kind of headed in with our community relations department. Ms. Felicia, Mr. Kevin, Ms. Leslie, their whole staff did an excellent job, as well as Ms. Camilla Sampson and Ms. Sandra James and everybody that put their hands on it. They really made this a special event for the first time. I can really say I think it really turned out really nice, and we got a lot of great compliments about it. And once again, thank all of you all for showing up and being supportive of the events that we put on. Thank you. Any questions?
No, I'd like to just reiterate that June 20th event, you know, with Jessica Mackey, I think Overture Walker were there, amongst others, and that was one of the greatest events that I've seen that we put on, and hopefully it can grow from there because it was special. So park really transformed, it looked great.
I must say it was a wonderful event, and I had family members here from California. One of them was the commentator, who was the first African-American conductor for Barnum and Bailey Circus. And he said it was a wonderful event. He really enjoyed it. So kudos to the staff that put it on. I know I had a wonderful time. Also with the pickleball court, great event. I really enjoyed it. It was really nice. The court is beautiful. So if you haven't had a chance to go out there, please do, because it is really nice. And I've heard comments here recently about how nice the pickleball court is. So kudos to the staff again. It seems like Richland County is really moving up the ladder. So I applaud each and every one of you.
I just want to say thank you. You can come on up, Mr. Crawford. Thank you to our staff for all that you all are doing. I had an opportunity to go down to I think it was Eastover Park about a week or two ago, and the kids were down there and they had the field day. They did a really great job. They were having a lot of fun. But I really want to take this time to recognize Miss Connie Reeves and I think Shantae. We went to Back to School Bash at Bluff Road Park, and our executive director was there as well. But they had a stall during the time of the Back to School Bash where nothing was going on. And they really took the reins and took all the kids that were there. They had to have at least 100, maybe 150 kids there. And they took the reins and took them through recreation things and was out there playing volleyball and basketball at the drop of a dime. They weren't there to do that at that particular time, but I really appreciate that. And I saw that. So I appreciate you all. Thank you for doing that.
Good evening. All right, it's been a hot red summer. RCRC turned up the heat with an exclusive teen-only pool party, complete with a DJ, pizza, and good vibes on June 27th at the Hopkins Park Pool, with close to 100 teens in attendance. On Monday, June 30th, in honor of Men's Health Awareness Month, RCRC hosted a luncheon focused on breaking the stigma around men's health. The men of RCRC engaged in an open and honest discussion led by SC Department health professionals and concluded the event by smashing plates, symbolizing the end of suffering and silence. July is National Parks and Rec Month. Launched in 1985, this year marks the 40th anniversary of Parks and Recreation Month. Each July, we celebrate park and recreation professionals and how they improve the lives of people, making a lasting impact in communities across the country. Excuse me. Parks and recreation programs are essential to the community, health, and well-being, and help cultivate lifelong friendships, memories, and family bonds that people hold dear for decades later. This year's theme, Build Together, Play Together, reminds us of the contributions of more than 160 full-time park and recreation professions, along with hundreds of thousands of part-time and seasonal workers and volunteers who maintain our country's close-to-home parks. So RCRC, let's continue to build and play together. Champion Quest Field Day 2025 at Eastover Park. Field Day took place on Thursday and Friday of July 10th and 11th. Over 500 children aged 5 to 12 participated. They competed in relay races, tug of war, basketball shots, kickball, and several more games. Lunch was provided, and they got to cool down in the pool with Italian ice. The winning teams were Polo Road and Blythorpe Park, and they both got to take home the trophy for bragging rights. Led by Deldrick Swilly, Eastover Park collaborated with the former NFL standout Brandon Jameson to host a youth camp on July 19, 2025 from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. The event attracted over 85 participants, including local football coaches and high school players. Despite the hot weather, the kids learned a great deal from the various drills and had an enjoyable experience. This event took place at Eastover Park. For the foundation, Art and Rec Connect events were held on Friday, June 18th at St. Andrews Park with 40 participants, and on Saturday, July 19th at Blytheville Park with 7 participants. Please join the foundation on Wednesday, July 23rd at Bluff Road Park at 10 a.m. for the Art and Rec Connect Team event. No Park of the Month for this month, but upcoming events are as follows. On July 23rd, ARC Summer Series event at Teen Camp Bluff Road. July 25th, Hot Rec Summer Neon Tournament at Richland County Wellness Center. Also on the 25th, we have Back to School at Killian Park. July 26th, ARC Summer event at Trenton Park. Also on the 26th, we have a grand opening at Crane Forest, 10 a.m. And July 31st, Smart Food Choices for Health Aging at Gadsden Park Community Center. On August 1st, we have Back to School Bash at Friars Gate Park. On the August 2nd, we have a Back to School Bash at Blytheville Park. Also on August 2nd, Women's Empowerment at Hopkins Park. And on the 5th is our National Night Out and Back to School Bash at various parks to include Gadsden Park Community Center, Eastover Park, Polo Road Park, Denny Terrace Gym, Kaufman Road Park, St. Andrews Park. And on August 8th, we have a Back to School Bash at Hopkins Park. And in conclusion, on the 9th of August, we have a Back to School Bash at Trenton Road Park. That concludes my report. There are no questions and concerns.
We also have National Night Out here on August 5th as well.
Gotcha.
Thank you. All right. Great work. Can we get a motion to go into executive session, please?
I make a motion that we go into executive session.
Commissioner Anderson,
Yes.
Commissioner Christensen,
Yes.
Commissioner Jacobs,
Yes.
Commissioner Lapine,
Yes.
Commissioner Lindsey,
Yes.
Commissioner Mobley, Commissioner Alton Brown.
Yes.
Motion approved.
We're coming out of, I need a motion to come out of executive session.
I make the motion to come out of executive session. Second.
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 Commissioner Anderson,
Yes.
Commissioner Christensen,
Yes.
Commissioner Jacobs,
Yes.
Commissioner Lapine,
Yes.
Commissioner Lindsey.
Yes.
Commissioner Mobley,
Yes.
Commissioner Alton Brown.
Yes.
Motion approved.
All right. We do have motions from, we do need a motion from our executive session possibly, so.
I make a motion that we uphold the grievance decision that was made in executive session.
Commissioner Adams, I want to clarify, because obviously no decisions were made in executive session. Could you mean possibly that you're looking to make a motion to uphold a grievance decision as discussed in executive session?
Okay, I make a motion that we uphold the grievance decision that was discussed in executive session.
A second.
Commissioner Anderson,
Yes.
Commissioner Christensen,
Yes.
Commissioner Jacobs,
Yes.
Commissioner Lapine,
Yes.
Commissioner Lindsey.
Yes.
Commissioner Mobley,
No.
Commissioner Alton Brown.
Stain.
Motion approved.
Okay, I need a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Commissioner Anderson,
Yes.
Commissioner Christensen,
Yes.
Commissioner Jacobs,
Yes.
Commissioner Lapine,
Yes.
Commissioner Lindsey.
Yes.
Commissioner Mobley,
Yes.
Commissioner Alton Brown.
Yes.
Motion approved, meeting adjourned.